I didn't really need, but actually at the same time, I probably did. Yes, it's true, I've had an accident and it needed completely replacing. But fortunately for me, it was just happened just before the sales at the beginning of December. So I managed to replace it and also got some more upgrades as well. So taking the opportunity to buy some upgrades and some replacement parts just to kind of give the van a freshen up. It's winter now, so a lot of people aren't going away. So perhaps you could be looking at making a few little upgrades yourself. Today, I'm going to talk about some previous upgrades I've done and also go through a lot of these boxes here which I've got, because yeah, I did buy a few different things. So I'll show you what I've got. I won't show you the fit in them because a lot of the places you buy these parts from, they will actually show you the fitting themselves. And I also want to talk to you about something which I haven't done, but I kind of need to do, but I don't really know what to do because it's kind of could form part of a much bigger upgrade, which I'm not exactly sure of at the moment. So do help me out on that in a little bit of a time. So anyway, you probably saw, or maybe you didn't, in my last video, I talked about the Leighton's badgeless grille. So that was one of the parts. That's one of my old ones there. But that one was something which I actually bought last year, but that is now fitted. The rest of them aren't actually fitted yet. So what have I got? Well, this is one package, and this is another. As you can see, I've not even opened them yet. So let's get cracking and see what we've got. So first of all, here we have some wind deflectors. Now, wind deflectors, I'm sure a lot of you have already got them. And if you haven't, they're definitely worthwhile getting. Because for multiple reasons. One, you can open your window and the rain doesn't come in if it's raining, as long as it's not horizontal rain, which we often get, especially up here on Dartmoor. But also, in the evenings, when you're actually sleeping in your van, you can crack open that window, have that window down a little bit, and it just enables you to have that extra airflow. So it means that the condensation isn't going to be forming as much on the windows. So yeah, absolutely perfect. Now, I do have them at the moment, but the ones which I've got are kind of aging, they're a little bit old, and they're a kind of slightly different style to these. So these are from VW Transporters. So I shall get those fitted and show you what they look like. The next one. Now, this is something which I have actually needed for quite a while. Again, VW Transporters, obviously it came from the same packet, but this is the tailgate guard bumper protector. Now, 2 years ago, I replaced the bumper protector on this for a brand new one. And it's absolutely horrendous. It's faded and it's absolutely horrible. So now I've actually gone for a black gloss one. Now, it's probably not going to fade, but it might well scratch. Maybe I should have actually gone from the carbon one, but I'll get this fitted and show you what that looks like. I've got something else in here as well. Dehumidifier bag. Ah yeah, forgot I ordered this. This has actually came a while ago and I've not actually opened any of it yet. So a dehumidifier bag, just something to pop on your dashboard, obviously, and it's just going to help with the condensation just a little bit more. So you've got your windows open, you've got your heater on, and then you can just have a rechargeable dehumidifier bag as well. Cheap and cheerful, just something really easy just to chuck on your dashboard. So what else have we got in here? Right, so this is, and I'll show you in a moment, this is the front door seal. So around the door, you've got a seal, and that seal over time can just perforate, it can get warm. So I bought a new one. So that will be a nice replacement. That's something I've actually needed for a little while. So I shall get that on there and show you how much of an improvement that actually is going to be. So this one, well, this is where the problem lies as far as the accident's concerned. And I said it was minor and it was only my wing mirror. So I've got a new replacement wing cover. So I was traveling down this really narrow road. It was dark. There's enough room for two cars. Admittedly, it is quite narrow. Anyway, this particular car, which was coming in the opposite direction, didn't fancy getting very close to the curb, and they were miles away from it. So on the left-hand side, obviously the side which I was traveling on, there were some bushes. So I'm traveling along and I'm like flipping out, I'm gonna have to squeeze into the bushes. So I squeezed into the bushes and you could hear like that little softy noise, and then boom, crack. Wow, it was actually a tree. So you've got the you've got the bushes, and then within the bushes there was it wasn't a tree, but it was a really, really thick branch, and I kind of heard it, and it turned the mirror in, and yeah, as you can see, it's completely smashed. So a new replacement as far as that's concerned. So as I say, I'll get these fitted and I'll show you in a couple of minutes time, but let's have a look at some other cheapish modifications which I've done to the van. And we can start off with the tailgate here, because Transport HQ struts. So here you can see, you're probably not going to be able to tell actually, but that is a lot stiffer than what it is on the standard one. Now there's a couple of reasons why you might need to upgrade the struts on that, and that might be because you've got a bike rack on the back and you're carrying bikes, and it obviously needs to be a bit stronger. Or perhaps you've got the chairs, you might have the California chairs or van shades, or Transporter HQ do one as well, and that's the chair pods which kind of come in here, and if you've actually got those, then you just need it to be a little bit stiffer. So yeah, so that's been a it is harder to shut because it is obviously stiffer. They do come in 3 different strengths. You've got the normal, then you've got a medium, and then you've got a really stiff. And I think if I was to go again, I'd probably go for the medium one. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've got there. So anyway, let's go round and have a look a little bit further around here to show you what else I've done inside. So down here, or round here should I say, this is where we've got this trim which I'm going to be replacing, because down here it's just all flapping around and horrible. So that's something which I need to do. Now also, a brilliant modification which I made is to the actual insulation and sound deadening of these doors. Now this door sounds like a Golf, and it's not just because it's got this trim here, which is that trim which a lot of people do get, and it is very worthwhile, but do make sure you buy it from a reputable company, because they're not all the same, and some of them can be too thick and means that your door doesn't shut. But actually, sound deadening and insulating your front doors, it makes a huge difference. It really does. The big difference which it makes, it just makes your speakers and your audio just sound far better than it does when it's not got it. Now, that is definitely something when you're having your camper van converted, when you're discussing with them about the insulation in the rear, then you also really need to be asking, look, can you upgrade my speakers? Because that is a massive upgrade. Not cost-wise, it's relatively cheap to do, but it does make a big difference. So yeah, definitely speak to them about that. Coming inside further, I've got painted gloss as far as the air vents are concerned. That's painted black gloss, and then we've also got some more gloss here, and I've also got the Vanex glove box, which just makes a bit difference, just kind of makes it a little bit more car-y like. And then, as you've probably seen many times before, we've got the Halo 11. So the Alpine Halo 11 is a big upgrade. Now, I bought that from a company, and it was pretty much because of the person who actually worked for the company, and he's now set up on his own with a team, and that's Live Conversions. So yeah, so I've been speaking to Steve recently. His work's ongoing as far as the T4, which he's doing up, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to see that soon. But yeah, Live Conversions, Steve there provided me this, and I absolutely love it. Really nice upgrade. A little bit further forward, got a piece of rubber. Now this piece of rubber is kind of not really anything to look at, but what it does, it means that if you've got something and you drop it down, it isn't actually going to drop down in your dash, because if it drops down there, then you could be losing pens and paperwork and business cards. Yeah, that strip, dead cheap, really cheap, but yeah, it just prevents things from getting lost down there in the dashboard. Also got these interior lights here. So the interior lights have got the standard bulbs, which is kind of like a little bit yellowy, quite warm. I've upgraded mine to the LED bulbs, and it does make a big difference, to be honest with you. Just makes it, I don't know, a bit more modern, I would have thought. It's just something which I missed when we're looking here, and that's the stitches and steel carpet. Now obviously the rubber floor is a fantastic flooring as far as the Transporter is concerned, but just to make it a bit more warm, a bit more kind of comforting, a bit of carpet. Now obviously these carpet mats, there's lots of different brands, but I went for the Stitches and Steel. I had that a while now, and yeah, it could do with a bit of a hoover and a clean, but I absolutely love it. And I also went for the Stitches and Steel seat covers in the front and also the rear. The rear definitely saved me a few times when kids decided to spill the drinks. But in the front now, I've actually got dry robe seat covers, which was a present last Christmas, the Christmas before, and these are brilliant. Really, really kind of nice and warm. They still work with the heated seats, so you've got the heated seats, but they're still warm enough with the heated seats not on, but with the heated seats on, you can still feel the heat through them. Yeah, I really love them. They come in black, pink, not quite for me, and then the grey stony colour as well. Although I still do have the Stitches and Steel armrest covers just to protect the arms there. So yeah, so all is good as far as that's concerned. So I mentioned the badgeless grille, and there it is, fitted. Templeway campers, which I went to last week before, they'd done that. Really pleased. We had a nice little chat as well, so if you didn't see that, then yeah, do catch up with that later. Very interesting chat about not buying brand new vans, because not everybody can afford a brand new van, or you might already have a converted van. You might be buying a panel van and you need a few bits added to it, and yeah, you know, that's a company local to Devon and Cornwall who can actually do that. But yeah, badgeless grille, so pleased with that. Just fancied a bit of a change. Van does need a clean. But here is the item in question. Now, I have had this taped up. How easy does this come off? Genuinely don't know. Not as easy as I thought, to be perfectly honest with you. Come on, unclip. There we go. So yeah, so that is broke. So yeah, so I need to fix that, and I've got the new one here. So there we go. That's the new one. So I can pop that on there. If I've got the right one, that's obviously for the driver's side, but I can pop that on there, and then jobs are good and we are good to go. So yeah, instructions for fitting that are actually in the VW Transporter's website. They've got a few YouTube videos for installing that. Also doing the door strip as well. They've got the instructions for that, and also the wind deflectors, which you could see on the other side I've already taken off. But this one, yeah, it's just a different style. It's just not the same as the ones which I've got now, which I rather quite like. So whilst we're sticking to the outside and a few modifications, I've obviously got the awning rail, which is brilliant for putting my Isabella awning on. Absolutely love that, really easy to use. Another company which I used for that was Slide Pods, again, local to me in Newton Abbot. So they installed that for me. Bought it from CMC Campers, who actually buy the Remo rail in and then adapt it slightly just to make sure that it fits, provides a better fit for the vehicle. And that is cheaper than people think. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how much it was, but I did look at some competitors at the same time and the price was very, very similar. Also, we've got the roof rails. Now, the roof rails are brilliant for carrying surfboards, putting roof boxes on the top, things such as that. Now, if you have got a pop top, you will have to be careful as far as the weight limit's concerned and things like that. But roof bars, use those all the time in the summer when I'm needing to be carrying things around, putting things on there. And then around the front, something which I haven't got, but could potentially form part of this much bigger potential plan, and that's upgrading the headlights. Standard headlights aren't great. Now, Transporter HQ, that's the aftermarket part, which a lot of people do buy as far as that's concerned. Really, really good headlights. And yeah, that is potentially something which I might look to do, as well as wheels as well. Like I said before, I do like the LV4s in the champagne. Yeah, rapid green, full campervan conversion, pop top. Who knows? Who knows? Lots of things to decide. Let's have a look at this inside, which talked about, which kind of might need to do something with. Let's have a look. So this specifically is what I'm talking about. And that's the door card. So I've taken that out and I insulated it. And long-term viewers of the channel, when I actually carpeted the van, I did leave those because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to put a door pocket store in there or actually put a locate table in one of the sides. So I insulated and sound dead on both sides, as you can see, in preparation for something which I wanted to do, but I wasn't really sure what. And it's now been about 2 years down the line and I've still not actually done anything with it. So it's still actually the grey carpet. Obviously I've just taken that off so I can kind of show you. But if I did put the locate table in there, then I'm going to have to take some of that insulation out because it's not going to work, and also with the door storage as well. But yeah, and that's kind of what I can't really decide what to do. Like, do I go full camper van conversion? Do I get rid of the van and get something else? Although money constrictions, as far as that concerned, are an issue. I don't really know what to do. And then I've got the halo roof as well. Now, I did obviously do the halo roof. Plyworks down in Bodmin provided that for me, and I carpeted it and did all that myself with the lights, which I really love. So if I did go for a pop-top, then I'd get rid of that. So do I just go for a different van? I don't know. But yeah, as far as that's concerned, something else with regards to speakers, I've got the rear speakers in that, and they make a big difference as well. Just provides that better sound quality. All in all, I mean, that is an upgrade. If you are spending any particular time in your van listening to anything, music, podcasts, whatever, just having those extra speakers and upgrading the front speakers, it really does make a big difference. Anyway, let me install these, come back to you, and we shall see what they're like. I'm really pleased how these have turned out. Obviously, this wing mirror cover was exactly what I needed when I was going online. And whilst I was there, I bought the other bits as well, which I didn't really need, but actually at the same time, I probably did, because like I said, that door seal really did need a refresh. That tailgate protector at the back, it was a right mess, but now it's looking really quite good. Very pleased with that. It's looking a whole lot better. Like I said, with this Leighton Vans badgeless grille at the front, just gives it a bit of a different appearance. Kind of next thing it needs is a proper detail, really. It's picks up scratches. With it being black gloss, it does tend to show the scratches a little bit more. Maybe I should just wrap it, or maybe I should just get a new van. But before I do any of that, the next thing which this needs is an MOT, and it's going to need some new tyres. And I'm not going to be able to get any wheels and new tyres. Before that, like I said, I would like to go kind of all-terrain tyres. Now, to do what I've done with this van, I have used lots of different companies. Leighton Vans for the front grille, VW Transporters for the for these wind deflectors, the wing mirror cover, the tailgate protector, the door seal, the dehumidifier bag, and who else did I use? Transporter HQ for the struts. And yeah, I used lots of different companies for the various different things for the van because they all offer something slightly different. And yeah, I did pay for all that. I haven't received a discount. I didn't even receive a free sticker or anything. How bad's that? So yeah, you know, I do pay for this myself. There's no discount codes which I'm going to be giving out today or anything like that. They don't even know, these companies don't even know who I am, I don't think. But yeah, they've got lots of different variation. Like I mentioned, the chair pods in the back of the van, they're brilliant, really good. But just whilst thinking about it, so is this location. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. You might not be able to hear it, but I can hear the river flowing, and it's absolutely perfect with this sun beaming down, the autumn with the leaves on the floor, the green trees behind. Oh, it's a stunning place, and that is exactly one of the reasons why we all love our vans, don't we? To kind of get out and about, explore the nature. It's just a fantastic thing to do. Making changes to the van, it isn't what everybody wants to do. Some people just want to get out there and explore the nature, explore the beautiful country which we live in, or even other countries. But if you are looking at modifications, but you don't know what to do, you don't know what kind of styles, what's going to suit your van, then it's getting out and meeting other people, going to the shows, going to the festivals. Dubbed Out Community is one of the biggest festivals in the UK. And that is where there's going to be lots and lots of vans this year. You can go there, you can stay overnight, you can meet new people, and you can have a look at what other people have done to their vans, get some inspiration for your own. Or if you're not going to be going far away, then I'm sure there's going to be festivals and campouts local to you. Like in Devon and Cornwall, you've got Devon and Cornwall Transporters, and they have a campout every year. They do various different events. And I'm sure in other places of the world, in the northwest, the southeast, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, there's going to be clubs and festivals and meets and things like that wherever you possibly are. So if you need inspiration, yes, you can get it from YouTube, you can get it from me droning on, or Instagram or something like that. But getting out there, meeting these other people and actually chatting it through could well be the best way of doing it. And if you've not got a van, maybe you are looking for one, then have a look at a couple of my other videos where I've actually seen some fantastic, amazing vans. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you soon.